All right. Hey, how's it going? Red here, athlete on the Discord, on Twitter, and all the rest of the socials. And I'm here to do some TryHackMe. It's been a minute since I've been able to do any. I've just been really caught up in working on my GAIAC reverse engineering and malware analysis certification. And now I'm doing the OSCP by offensive security uh, certification. So excuse me, I'm doing a study for it. So the Pen 200, you probably heard about it on Twitter not too long ago. If you didn't already know about it. But, I just kind of wanted to do some TryHackMe and wanted to start practicing recording. So bear with me while I work out some tweaks with some of my recording, and let's get after it. So what am I doing today? Cool. So I'm doing the Agent Sudo room, which it's kind of got like a little story to it, like a lot of the TryHackMe rooms do. So this one says, you found a secret server located under the deep sea. Your task is to hack inside the server and reveal the truth. Cool. under under the deep sea. So I did like a full first time ever looking at it. Did this from cold, and it took me about 2 hours to do the whole thing. But here I am, and I figured, I did the work. The video didn't come out because I'm practicing and doing all this brand new stuff for me. So, what I do, I decided to go ahead and revert the room. You can do that if you go up here, reset progress, and it'll start it all over from scratch. You won't lose any of the points that you have, which is cool, but you will need to answer the questions again. So I went ahead and I started the room. So let's see. Welcome to another THM exclusive CTF. Your task is simple: capture the flag, just like any other CTF room. Have fun. If you're stuck inside the black hole, post on the forum or ask in the TryHackMe Discord. So I went ahead and I started it. I'll get my IP here in a few seconds. So let's see what happens. All right, dope. 1010 178 254. All right. So enumerate the machine, get all the important information. How many ports are there? So let's go ahead and let me just double check, make sure that my recording is recording. Yeah. I apologize for the fuzziness. I got that green screen chroma key thing going on, and I actually kind of like it. I think it gives you kind of like a Ghost in the Machine kind of like feel. But if it's too distracting, whatever, let me know. And let's switch it up here. All right, so we have our IP, and I started my machine by typing msf db run. That loads up the workspace, loads up the database. So anything that you scan will get saved, right? So what do I mean? Workspace. I got 3 right now: default, an offsec, a remote, and a THM. So you scan it by typing in db nmap and then whatever your nmap flag is going to be. So since I already scanned it, let's use this ability. So we'll type host. I have this IP address, which is 10.10.178.230. That was the old IP address. And services. It has a port 21, port 22, and a port 80. So port 21 is going to be an FTP, or so it should be. 22 SSH and HTTP on port 80, right? So let's go ahead and do an initial kind of like peek at what's on the 80. the web server might be giving us some interesting information. Let me make sure that I'm actually connected. I am. And the server that I'm supposed to be going for is 10.10.178.254. Okay. So 10.10.178.254. I was unable to connect. It went over to HTTPS, so that's probably the problem there. All right. So we got a message. Dear agents, use your own code name as user agent to access a site from Agent R. Now it sounds like we got some kind of like Men in Black type situation here where somebody's Agent R. Cool. View source. Let's see what we got in there. It's a very plain site, so not seeing anything there. Let's do a robots.txt to see what pops up. Nothing. So it doesn't have any like disallowed sites from search engine crawling. So no hints on that in that regard. So normally what I would do with if I see a web page or some type of HTTP server, do a go buster. So that way I can see what kind of like hidden things there might be there. So we'll go ahead and use this word list, directory list 2.3 dash small, and we'll see what happens. So while it's going through, pardon me, while it's going through, it's taking quite a bit of time to go through that directory list. So I'm actually going to shut that down since I've already done this. Just showing you the processes of what I normally would do. And I didn't find anything when I did that. It was not helpful to me, and it sort of burnt a lot of my time. So while I was doing that, I also went to start prodding at the FTP server, right? So FTP, and then the address I have here is 178.254. All right, cool. So let's try anonymous. Anonymous. And it doesn't allow anonymous logging in. So unfortunately, that led me nowhere, right? So I guess I'm left with, and SSH is typically not something you're going to try to want to brute force. You know, takes way too long to do something like that. So let's follow the directions that they gave us here. Use your own code name as the user agent to access the site. Cool. So I'm on a Firefox browser. I'm going to do Shift, Control, and then I, and it's going to open up the developer screen. And let's go ahead and reload the site like it tells us to do. And then, well, what would our user code or our code name be? This guy is Agent R, and I've got no other indication, no other clue as to what it could be. So maybe it's maybe it's another letter, right? So if we go through and yeah, so let's see. So if we expand, I'm trying to remember what the expansion is. I think it's like this. 1, 2. Let's do 10. No, bad substitution. Okay. All right. So let's see how to do this. What I wanted to do is actually we're gonna pull up a Firefox. browser here. Hopefully it works. All right, great. I'm going to do a Google search on how to generate A through Z in Bash. And we're going to loop through variables, or loop through the alphabet in Bash. And looks like what I want to do is this one. That looks super easy, right? So let's go back to Kali. And I want to do for A through Z, type out the letters. All right, awesome. Instead of echoing letter, I want it to echo letter into alphabet dot text. All right. Now let's see. Alphabet dot text, cat alphabet dot text. All right, I got all my letters in there. Now, why did I do this? Well, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna utilize this right here. And instead of doing this by hand, where we're gonna change the user agent to our letters, we're gonna change it using burp. So using burp, the burp suite, we're gonna make sure that we put this Foxy proxy enabled, so that way it'll go ahead and forward our request in through the burp suite proxy. And so let's go ahead and do that. All right, so it got caught in our proxy right here, as you can see. And we're gonna go ahead and send this to intruder. Sending it into the intruder, we can see our initial request. And what I'm gonna do is change the user agent, right? That's what I'm gonna select to try to get through this portion of it. So what do I wanna do? I wanna change the payload to the file we just created. And I saved it here in alphabet.txt. Goes A through Z, and we'll see how many. If our code name is in here, maybe you can be code name R. Who knows? So looks good. Start the attack. It says it's a demo version, so it's not gonna go fast. That's fine. All right. So as you can see, you're going through the attack here. And got a status 200 on each of these. So maybe no. Oh, wait a second. We got a 302 right there for C. We'll let it continue and see if we can get any more. And you can tell that this looks different because of the length as well. R looks different too. Has a different length. All right, cool. So it looks like R and C will give us two different responses. All right, this is the first time I'm seeing this. I never saw this response before. All right, cool. So what are you doing? Are you one of the 25 employees? If not, I'm going to report this incident. And it shows you they use your own code name. Stop trying to use Agent R's to log in. All right, cool. So I guess we got an answer back with Agent C. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Agent C, cool. So what's the difference here? Why is it a different length? And if you compare B and C, you can see that not only is the status different here, 302 versus 200, but we have location has been added in the header of C. So the location here says agent C attention.php. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna copy that. No, I want to copy to a file. That's weird. Copy. Discard. I don't need to keep this. Cool. Shut this down. And I'm gonna move over to this. Turn off. All right, we're going back. And I'll show you how you could have done this in Firefox as well. You go back into your developer screen. You go to user agent capital C there. Send it, and we got a response right here. It says the same thing. We got a file, agent C, attention PHP. You can take a look at it. Attention Chris, do you still remember our deal? Please tell agent J about the stuff ASP. Also change your goddamn password. Is weak from agent R. All right, cool. So now let's go back to our Firefox. All right, so how many ports are open? We got an answer of 3 for that. How do you redirect yourself to the secret page? We use the user agent. And let's start, we'll look at the hints afterward. And what is the agent name? Well, not Mozilla, Firefox, yada yada. It's Chris. All right, so hints. You get that answer by using Nmap. That's what we did. That's cool. Answer format, user agent. All right, and then agent's name. You might face a problem on Firefox. Try user agent switcher plugin from agent C with the user agent C. So I had no problem at all using Firefox. I don't know if they made this user agent switcher plugin or they know a guy or whatever, but obviously we can do it without it. So at least they gave a hint, which is great. I don't know why I went to nefarious hacker mentality. My bad. All right. So done enumerating the machine. Time to brute your way out. All right. So Chris has a weak password. So let's go ahead and see what we can do about Chris's weak password. And brute forcing, right? So I don't know if we're gonna need this screen any longer. So let's go ahead and, you know what? Let's leave it up. Actually, let's see. Let's see if we'll do it maybe a little bit differently than I did it before. So let's search. Let's search for FTP. All right, we'll make this larger, and I'll type that again. All right. So what do we have? Maybe a login. Maybe we type in FTP login. All right, FTP login. Cool. Number 2 might work. So use number 2. Show info. This module will test FTP logins on a range of machines and report successful logins. So we only need one machine. So show options. Show missing. And what machine are we going to be going for? We're going to set our host to 10.10.178.254. Awesome. And we're going to use the username of set username to Chris and user file, set user as pass file. So set pass file to user share the good old rock you, and then we'll see if this works. So let's go ahead and exploit. See what happens here. Starting the FTP login sweep. Oh no, this is gonna take a long time. This might take forever. Hold on. So let's see, show options. Set options. Set how fast. That was a fast. Wow. Set threads. All right. Set threads to 1 per host is the max. Okay. So I think this is gonna take a billion years. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it do its thing, I guess. And while it does that, I'm gonna go ahead and go to Hydra. And we'll use Chris as our username. Tack P to show that we're going to use a file, so the RockU, and we're going to change the address to the one that is appropriate using the FTP service. Now I don't know if I can use both of these at the same time, but I'm about to find out. So yeah, this does max of 16 tasks per 1 server, which is way more than the other one, which is crazy. We'll have a little race here. We'll see if we break it. Oop. All right. What else are we doing in the meantime? So let's take a look here. We have a question about a zip file password, a question about a steg password, and who is the other agent in full name, and an SSH password. So we got a lot of stuff that we got to be doing here, but we're gonna get through it. So let's go back here. It is insane to me, like how, yeah, this is a clear indicator to you, like you can't compare the speed of this Metasploit module to Hydra. Hydra just wins hands down. So let's go ahead and shut down this Metasploit Dealy Bob here module. And we got a password, Chris and Crystal. So Crystal, cool. Let's go ahead and we're gonna go with FTP Chris and Crystal. We're logged in. Let's see what we got in here. We got a few files. So let's get all. Oh, no, that won't work. Get to agent, I guess. Get cute. And get QD. Oh, no, that's not it. There we go. All right. Dope. So we got 3 files. We're good there. Let's exit. And so let's read. Let's read to Agent J. So, dear Agent J, all these alien-like photos are fake. Agent R stored the real picture inside your directory. Your login password is somehow stored in a fake picture. Shouldn't be a problem for you. From Agent C. So, I thought this was pretty cool. Steganography is not something I ever really deal with, so it's kind of fun. So apropos steg. So I originally found steg hide, right? I thought maybe steg hide would be the answer, so I installed that. Spent a lot of time trying to like extract files. So steg hide, extract the SF. Cute alien, but it asked for a password, and I didn't know the password. Try Crystal, and that did not work. So what you can do though is I found Steg Cracker, but it says that Steg Cracker has been retired following the release of Steg Seek. So let me actually see if it's in your way here. Okay, I think it's clear enough. I think actually the fuzziness might be helping out. So yeah, so it's been retired. So I went ahead and got Stegseek, and we'll go. Sorry, it is what it is. So cute alien, and it found it so fast. Like, it was insane how fast it saw how Stegseek worked. Now versus Steg Cracker. Look at this. Oh, let's get rid of that here. Oh, it creates a file. Cute alien JPEG.out. You saw how quickly that ran, right? Like, it was insane. Actually, let's see. Time. Date. All right. So I'm gonna do date. And then date. Okay. It was literally that fast. Like, it's insane how fast it is. All right. So let's remove cute alien dot out, and we'll see how long it would take to do this one. And it's just going like we could have been done, right? It's not even at 1% yet. So amazing job by this by Stegseek. They improved it significantly. So anyway, that was just the most amazing thing for me, and I really thought that was awesome. So now we found a passphrase. All right, a passphrase for what? I don't know. Original file name, message.txt, and then we can read it in Cute Alien. So let's go ahead and read cat cute alien that out. Hi James, glad you find this message. Your login password is hacker rules with an exclamation point. Don't ask me why the password look so cheesy. Ask Agent R, who set this password for you. Your buddy, Chris. All right. So we already know a few things. We have 2 passwords. Area 51. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Passphrase Area 51. So that's the steganography password. All right. Area 51 steganography password. So as you can see, that worked just fine. The other agent, the full name is James, as we saw in our message, and their password is hacker rules. That works just fine. All right, so now we have a zip file password that we got to figure out. So this took me a little bit of time to kind of like parse through in my brain and see how things worked. But we have this other picture, right? We have this cutie.png. Well, let's go ahead and see if we can do Stegseek on cutie.png. It's not a supported file. So what do you do in that situation? Right? So let's do some strings on the cutie. It says to Agent R, but you know, we're not getting much out of there in that ray. Just scrolling through. You know, Can't really see what's going on there. So exif tool qt.png. We have something that's interesting when you do the exif tool. This is a trailer data after PNG IEND chunk. So there's data afterward. So that's kind of useful. Exif tool, let's see. I'm not sure if exif tool does more. Exif tool, and let's see tech H. All right, man, exif tool. All right. What else we got there? Tag. Let's make this a little larger, so that way it's easier to see, maybe. Yeah, all right. See if we can find a word extract. Extracted values. So output requested metadata in binary format without tag names or descriptions. This option is mainly used for extracting embedded image rather than binary data, but it also could be useful for some text strings since control characters such as new lines are not replaced. So let's see. Not sure if that'll work. But extract the information. Ooh, let's go back. We saw the word IEND, right? IEND. Well, so I spent a long time kind of messing around with that. And what I did wind up doing was mess with binwalk, which that information that was after the PNG data looks like it was a zip archive. And by using binwalk and did that tac e to extract what was in qt.png. Let's read that. Ah, it does not like that. Let's go to H, see if that works. All right, and that automatically extracts known file types. So it extracted the this underscore PNG extracted. So let's go check out what that is. And we got a message as well as a zip. All right, cool. Let's see what's in this message to agent R. Nothing in there right now. All right. So what about the zip? Let's unzip it. It needs to be PK compatible. So 7-zip. Is what we're going to try using. And 7-zip, 8-7, whatever. All right. Unsupported command. Line error. Oh, man, 7-zip. There we go. So we need a command. And the command would be to extract, and then the archive name. All right, so 7-zip, extract. All right, looks like extracting, blah, yada. Would you like to replace the existing file? Yeah, let's extract it, right? Enter a password. But we don't have that zip password that they were looking for. Oh my gosh. Great. So let's rewind a bit. What did we miss here? So we were looking at what we could do to get the zip file. I think that's where we left off, right? So qt.png, we were not able to use stegseek on qt. .png. This is the wrong file type. And so we did exif tool to see what we could do with it. And we learned that there's information after the PNG header. So we pivoted to using binwalk on Qt to give us that information. It exported it out to qt.png extracted. We went to qt.png extracted, saw a zip, tried unzip. Unzip can't do it because it doesn't have the PK compatibility. So we tried 7-zip to extract it, and unfortunately we don't have the password. But what we do have is zip to John. So zip to John will scan the it'll take the archive, scan it, and try to give you a hash for the password that's in the zip, right? So we do that, and now we have a hash that we can potentially crack. So we use John the Ripper to try to extract it. And I think because I already have it, out hash, sure. Oh, that's not gonna work. John like H. All right. So I need to remove the pot. That's what it was. So pot. All right. Changing the pot made it so that way it'll actually rerun the scan. And it was super fast, lightning quick that it got the password. Password was alien. So now going back to Firefox, type in alien. Boom. All right. So let's go take a look at this file then. So 7-zip to extract this. Yes. Alien is the password. Great. So 2 agent R is what we need to read. Cat 2 agent R. Agent C, we need you to send a picture to blah as soon as possible by agent R. To me, that looks like base 64, just because I'm used to seeing base 64. I know that it usually uses ASCII, and it's used as a way to encode data. So let's go ahead and type in codes. Yeah, code word. Sure. Echo blump into code word. Code sword. Sure. I can fix that. Code sword. That is going to be that way. All right, so we're going to base 64 decode code sword. The word is Area 51. So we need you to send the picture to Area 51 as soon as possible. All right. So we have a password for SSH. So SSH for James. And where we're going is here. Oh, I almost typed in yes. So hacker rules exclamation point. We got the user. Boom, cat user flag. user flag has been acquired. What is the incident of the photo called? So let's exit. Let's go ahead and SCP the alien autopsy picture. Sure. And what did we say the password was? Hacker rules exclamation point. We went ahead and oh, that was incorrect. We should have taken it from there. Let's see if I broke it. Test.jpg. Alright, so looks like we're good. Firefox test.jpg. That creepy thing right there. Sorry, you know, aliens or whatever. We have ourselves photo evidence of these aliens, right? So let's go ahead and find out what they're even possibly talking about. Now, I struggled a little bit because I was like, what do you mean what do they want out of this? Like, incident of the photo, what's it called? And I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and take a look at the hint. Reverse image and Fox News. All right, that's good enough for me. Let's go to TinEye. Do a TinEye search. We'll upload test. Fox News is what they tell us. Filmmaker reveals how he faked infamous Roswell alien autopsy, and that fits right here. Alien autopsy. So we are good on task 4, and now we're left to doing some privilege escalation. So enough of the extraordinary stuff, time to get real. We need a CVE number, the root flag, and the bonus is who is Agent R, right? So let's get after it. All right, so how do you figure out what's wrong with the system? Like what vulnerabilities might exist, right? Well, now we have the ability to do SSH, so let's do some file transfer of a quick automated vulnerability kind of assessment tool that we have, a privilege escalation tool. You might have heard about it. It's LinPeas. So let's locate LinPeas, and we're gonna copy it over here. So copy this thing here. Great. And let's SCP it. SCP LinPeas from here to where we want to go. And password was hacker rules with an exclamation point. Sent that on over. Dope. Let's log back in. SSH and hacker rules. Hacker rules. All right. Dope. So we go ahead and take a look. Our LinPeas is right there. Chmod plus X LinPeas. And cool. So LinPeas, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna execute it, and I'm gonna create a file there on the victim, LinPeas tech A, and I'm gonna send it to LinPeas dot out. Sure. All right, so it's gonna take some time to do its thing. And while it's going through the motions of checking all of the vulnerabilities that it has and checking what ability we might have to privilege escalate, let's go ahead and take a look at the LinP's GitHub. So yeah, LinP's is the Linux privilege escalation awesome script, and yeah, it's awesome. It gives you instructions on exactly what you need to do in order to execute it and how to read it and all that. The goal of the script is to search for possible privilege escalation paths. This script doesn't have any dependency, so you just copy it on over to wherever you gotta go. You can do all checks, which is what we did, the attack A. You can do extra enumeration, super fast, and stealth password. If you have the password to be able to do stuff. And we're not going to brute force anything else for right this second. I mean, we did it with the attack A flag, but let's let this do what it needs to do. And if you want to help out, I mean, you can always add more checks. You can always help maintain a list of vulnerable SUID binaries, that sort of thing. So something I really would like to do. I'd like to get into like helping out the community and give something back. So I mean, this is my way of giving back, I guess, is just showing my own process and my own the way I explore and learn. This particular way that I'm doing this one is not my normal method. Usually I just struggle for 2 hours until I try to figure something out. This one, even though it is taking longer than most normal like TryHackMe walkthroughs, which are just like 8 minutes of somebody copy pasting their answers, I tried to show you the things I failed on and the things that I found successful and found new and useful, like that StegSeek. I thought that was super cool. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and we'll drop back into the Kali, see how that's doing there. All right, looks like no more progress right yet. So let's see, managed to fool the world for over a decade. Oh, all right, looks like we're gonna have to do some more reading later, because it's over. So let's less tech R, add the lin out, and what were the questions that we wanted to see? We wanted to see CVE for escalation, what's the root flag, and who is Agent R? So